Hi everyone, I'm Butterfly and welcome to my Q&A. I'm extremely excited to be doing this Q&A. This will be my first of hopefully many Q&As. And I thought for the Q&A maybe we could do a little kind of sorry about that. I may be pausing in between because I'm trying to record it kind of like a podcast episode. Um, so I thought for this Q&A, it could be like kind of a podcast episode where I'm going to be discussing all the questions that you guys have. I think this will be the first of many Q&As. As you know, I never want to show my face on here for privacy reasons, safety reasons, etc. So I'm on my computer right now. I'm recording on my phone, but I'm on my computer right now. I'm pulling up the questions and we are going to get into it. I'm super excited, so let's do this. One sec, guys. So, the first question, which is a pretty decent list, so stay with me. First question from Sunrise 2781 Productions. Here are the questions they had for this Q&A. I'm using they, them pronouns because I seriously don't know if they're like a boy or a girl or they're non-binary, so they, them pronouns just seems to be the right way to do this. Starting off with not, I started off with saying I might do a bit of a, I said, please ignore me. Anyways, I also had said, what is some future content you guys may want to see. So Sunrise 2781 Productions said, Naira dealing with the Supernatural Academy students' shenanigans. If you guys do not know who Naira is the dorm RA for our Supernatural Academy students. As the school is broken up into different pieces, she runs the dorm that my OCs stay in. And they do get up to a lot of stuff, and I should totally pay Naira more. So maybe I'll do a little introduction video on their teachers, or I will talk about them soon on my podcast, which will now be my YouTube channel because I will post podcast episodes. Starting off with question one. What are all the different types of supernatural beings? This question is a bit hard because there's like such an extended amount of supernatural beings that I cannot list every single one of them. Because I really wish I could, but if I did, we would be here all day just answering that one question. So think of a lot of supernatural creatures and just put it all together. Like Percy Jackson supernatural creatures, Greek mythology, Roman, everything, and just put it together. There's so many supernatural creatures. Some I may not even know about. But basically, Supernatural Academy has every supernatural creature you could think of. So yes. Question two is a really good question. And I actually have to think about this one too. Can ghosts age? Can ghosts who were humans age and or humans who can see ghosts go to Supernatural Academy? So ghosts who were humans can age. They can't really age, I'd say. Oh, they can't really age, I'd say. They're kind of like stuck in the thing if they were born a human, but as we know, Lily was born a ghost, so she will age as she gets older. And at a certain point in time, she'll just kind of stop aging whenever the fates see it right. And humans who can see ghosts are able to go to Supernatural Academy because that means they were blessed with clear sight, meaning they're able to see the entire supernatural world as they develop their powers slowly. So Violet may be coming to Supernatural Academy soon. Violet may be coming, and I'm super excited for her to come. I will be having a lot of fun with that. Question three. Do ghosts age? Like I just said, human ghosts really cannot age that much, but if you were born a ghost, you age, but you stop aging at a certain point. Like, let's say I have this ghost character and they age up till I think their 30s. They're still going to continue aging, but physically their body is just done with aging, but they'll keep on aging. Question four. Are all mermaids ruled by the Fisher family or just some? The Fisher family is ruling the entire sea kingdom, so like anything that belongs to the sea, the Fisher family rules it. Are any of my spy characters not human? All my spy characters are human, so none of them are really supernatural, but they do have clear sight due to a special potion Crystal makes to give them clear sight so they can help them in a future little story that will be coming soon. So just stay tuned to that because we're gonna get excited. Which one of my characters has the least and most amount of trauma? So this one's a little hard because I feel like all my characters have a lot of stacked trauma. I can't say who has the least amount of trauma because I feel like everybody has trauma. Who I feel like will have the most trauma though is going to be Violet. Violet will basically be, out of all my OCs, she will probably have the most trauma. And I know you guys think it's going to be Serena, or I know you guys think it may have been Jackson. No, it will be Violet. Violet will have the most trauma. You're gonna see why she has that. Question 7. Which character is most like me? I feel like all my characters I take little bits and pieces of me and I put them inside of my characters. But if I had to choose a character who was the most like me, I would choose Emily Rose. She is the one that I definitely put the most my attributes in, but everyone's a little bit like me. Who was my first character? So this might surprise you guys. But Serena was actually not my first character. She was one of my first, as well as everybody else. She was not the first one. The first one is actually a character you have never even heard about, and her name is Elena. She was my first character, my first one I ever made up. Elena and Heath. Those two were my very first, and then it kind of just spiraled from there. So maybe I should bring them back. I don't know. Maybe I should bring those two back because their story was a little bit of a Hades and Persephone inspired story. So maybe those two will come back for a future story. Just a thought. I'm not promising anything, it's just a thought, but let me know if you guys want to see Elena and Heath because those two were my first and they were inspired by Hades and Persephone as well as Zuko and Katara because if you guys don't know, I'm a Zutara shipper. Sue me. I'm also drinking some water. So if you hear me pause for a minute, I'm drinking something. Okay, question 9. Do all of my stories take place in the same universe and world? Yes, all my stories do take place in the same universe and world. So there's no different sections, like all take place in the same thing. So my PGO story will also be taking place in the Supernatural Academy world as well. Do humans know about the existence of Supernatural Academy and the type of students it has? No. Humans do not know, and it's super important that they don't know, because humans will try to experiment on them and use them as weapons against the government for wars and stuff like that, which is where Spy Academy comes in, which is where my Spy Academy comes in, but you guys, I might talk about that one in a later episode, but if a question comes up about it, I might answer it. We'll see. Question 11. Is there any other academy in my story which is like Supernatural Academy? Not really. I'd say there's schools and like elementary and stuff like that are different for younger children, but Supernatural Academy is basically like the school all the supernatural creatures come to. But maybe I should make up some others. Just a thought. Also, question 12 and our final and last question from Sunrise 2781 Productions. Does Elias become a ghost? Also, if you guys hear me switch from Elias to Elias, honestly, I don't know why I do that. I'm not sure how I want to pronounce him, if I want to pronounce it Elias or Elias. So for now, I'm just going to say Elias. But if I swap to Elias, you'll know why. Anyways, yes, Elias is a ghost. Yes. Thank you, Sunrise 2781 Productions, for your questions. We're going to move on. I'm honestly having a lot of fun with this, guys. So please let me know if you want to sit here and have more Q&As because this was fun. And I might also be thinking of doing something where the books I read and buy, I might do reviews about them and make a Spotify playlist reviewing the books I get. This will be fun. If you, I'm quiet right now because I'm trying to find the other questions because they're kind of scattered throughout my comments. So just give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. From Maury Slew dash C4, I want to say that's an I, your favorite character that I made. Esperanza all the way. She is my favorite character that I've ever made. But, and I was supposed to say I don't have favorites, but if I had to choose one, it'd be Esperanza. Don't worry, I still love all my characters. Don't worry. What happened to, oh, that one, thank you, Maury Slew dash C4I. From Nini Blue 15, from Nini underscore Blue 15. What happened to Elias and what was the secret? So if you're not currently reading my book, Only the Dead Applaud, that is ongoing on Wattpad right now, I need you to skip past this. I will put in a timestamp when I'm saying this, but just skip past if you don't like spoilers. Let's wait a minute. Okay, everybody's gone who doesn't want spoilers? Good. So what happened to Elias? So if you're reading my book, you know that Rue came, she had dementia, and he killed her. And what was the secret? People really want to know this. And I can't tell you. I refuse to spill Elizabeth's secret. I'm sworn to secrecy. I've been posting clues in my videos though about what her secret was. But when I write the chapter that reveals her secret, I feel like you guys are gonna be like, wait, this makes so much more sense. So, can I answer that? I will say though that the secret, when it is revealed, it is going to change the entire course of the book. Like, the secret is literally going to change everything. So I can't tell anyone. From your girl underscore May, how many books do you plan to make for this universe? Guys, I have no end. I will continue on. I have a plan. I might do it. I might not do it. But I'm thinking of doing one with their children. Just a thought. Just a thought. I'm just thinking about it. We may do it. Did you base any of your characters off people you know and yourself? If so, who? So I have based characters off people I know for privacy reasons. They are my friends. Example, Zane and Aurora, who are both mixed race. They're half black, half white. Aurora takes more after her white side, and I base this off of my friend who takes after her white side and feels like she is not actually black because she looks more white. So yes, Aurora is based off of her. And Sophia Richie, Lionel Richie's daughter, who's always facing backlash for saying that she's not black because she has a white passing appearance. Thank you. Your girl May. Another question from Nini underscore Blue 15. Who was Elias? Elias is Violet and Jason's grandmother. She is the first owner of the Callaway Mansion, which she bought in her early 20s with her husband, Clara's father. Clara's father's name, well, why can't I think of his name right now? Anyways, Clara's father's name was David. So Elias bought the house, bought the mansion with her husband David, Clara's father. And what happened to Elizabeth's dad? We're gonna keep that a secret. I feel like That's going to stay a secret for the book. Not that it won't jeopardize anything. I think it's going to be better explained if I write it out in the book. What I can say though is that he did run from Vivian, Elizabeth's mother, because Vivian was so controlling that he could not take it anymore and just ran. He didn't want to abandon Elizabeth, and he actually was planning to go back and get custody of Elizabeth, but she died the same year. 1919 is the year Elizabeth died. So if you guys ever see a video where I have the year 1919, that is the year Elizabeth died. What happened to the whole family tree? The Leclerc family is pretty small and tight knit. It has Elizabeth, her father, her mother Vivian. Then we jump into Crystal, Alara, and Ella Marie. Then their parents. I feel like you guys can figure out from there because I can't reveal too much. And last question from Nini_Blue15. How'd Elizabeth die? I'm not telling anyone. This will not be revealed. You need to read the book to find out. And I have not written the chapter yet. Just know she was extremely sick a year before her death. The year of her death, she was extremely sick. And she went on a little vacation with Elias without her mom knowing to feel better. So we're going to continue on with this Q&A. Like I said, the questions are kind of scattered between my comments. So if you guys hear me clicking around, that's why. But once we get through all those questions, I'm basically going to be talking a little about the book. Okay, I think I've gotten through all the questions about everything. Now we're finally going to get into the juicy bits. Starting off, what I feel is pretty juicy. Elizabeth and Rue's love story. Now, I know a lot of y'all don't like Rue, and now I know people in the comments are like, I'm confused. Do I hate Rue or do I like him? Me personally, I do like Rue. Come for me if you want. I made him up. I do like Rue. But he basically lost himself after Elizabeth died, and he really couldn't stand it. There was a side to him that nobody ever saw that Elizabeth did. So, yeah. Also, guys, did you know that some of the siblings and children of the circus performers in my circus actually have survived? Yes, some siblings from the circus performers, some of their children have survived and in fact make a lot of cameos in my book. So they also play a very big role. Yeah. Okay, let's think. I was going to talk about something, but I cannot remember. I have a lot of things I want to talk about, but I seriously cannot remember. Oh, here's another question. Oh wait, I already answered that one. Guys, this is my first time. Don't come for me. Do you guys remember the video I posted of Elizabeth and Ella Marie saying, "Do I look like him?" I don't want to reveal too much, but that video basically just answered the question you guys are always asking me about what ever happened to Elizabeth's family. I literally answered it. I answered it perfectly. So I think this was basically my first Q&A. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope we get to do more Q&As like this where it's kind of like a podcasty episode and I'm just really chatting it up while you guys listen. If there are any more questions, please ask me and I will answer them in the comments. If I missed any questions, that was my bad. This is my first time, so please. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making this. Currently, my cat is on the couch right now, glaring daggers at me because I am not feeding her. So I'm going to do that, but thank you all so much for listening to my first Q&A. Bye, guys.